So you're just starting your journey into programming, right? Well, one of the very first things you need to figure out is your toolkit. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are building your essential developer starter pack, focusing on the most crucial tools you'll need to get going. So let's dive in. I love this idea of thinking about programming as a craft. Just like a woodworker or a painter, you need the right equipment to bring your ideas to life. And here's the thing. Your tools don't just help you work, they actually shape how you work, how you think about problems. So the big question really is, what's going to be in your digital tool belt? All right, so the absolute cornerstone, the single most important tool in your belt has to be your code editor. I mean, this is your digital workshop, your command center. It's the one application where you're going to be spending pretty much all of your time writing, debugging, and managing your projects. At its heart, yeah, a code editor is just a program for writing code, but the ones we use today are so much more than that. They influence how you think, how you solve problems, which means picking one isn't just a technical decision, it's also kind of a philosophical one. And that choice really boils down to two main schools of thought. And this brings us to the first big choice you'll have to make. Are you looking for a fully loaded, all-in-one workshop that has every tool imaginable? Or do you prefer a fast, nimble, specialized tool that just gets out of your way? This is the core debate. IDEs versus lightweight editors. This breakdown really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you've got IDEs, integrated development environments. Think of these like a massive, all-inclusive workshop designed to handle an entire project, from the first file to the final build. On the other side, you have lightweight editors. These are more like a single, perfectly balanced chisel, you know? They're incredibly fast, simple, and designed to do one thing exceptionally well. Edit a file, right now. Let's dig into the IDE a bit more. The magic here is that it sees the whole project, not just one file at a time. It understands how everything connects. And because of that, it can give you incredibly smart auto-completion that just works across all your files. It also hooks directly into essential tools like Git for version control and often comes with testing environments built right in. Basically, it pulls everything you need under one roof so you can just focus on building. So, what are some of the big names in the IDE world? Well, there's Visual Studio Code, which is just everywhere. It's free, it works on any platform, and it's popular for a really good reason. Then you have things like WebStorm, which is a paid tool, but web developers absolutely swear by its powerful, specialized features. And if you're deep in the Windows and Microsoft ecosystem, the classic powerhouse is, of course, Visual Studio. Okay, now on the other side of the fence, you have the fast and simple editors. You've got Sublime Text, which is famous for its incredible speed and elegance. For Windows users, there's the super simple, no fuss, and completely free Notepad++. And then you have the legends, Vim and Emacs. These are unbelievably powerful, but just a heads up, they have a famously steep learning curve because they're built entirely around keyboard shortcuts. Look, to give you a really solid starting point, here's a direct take from our source material. The author's personal recommendation: for front-end web development, Visual Studio Code is a fantastic choice. But if you're working in other areas, you might want to look at platform-specific tools like Xcode for Mac development, Visual Studio for Windows, or one of the many specialized IDEs from the JetBrains family. All right, so your workshop is all set up, you're ready to start building. But what happens when you're in the middle of a project and you need to look up the blueprints, or you forget a specific technique? No developer knows everything, which is why the next part of your toolkit is so important, your reference library. And this is just as critical as your editor. Seriously, knowing where to find reliable answers fast is a genuine superpower for any developer. So let's build out your digital bookshelf with the essentials. First up, we have the official honest-to-goodness rulebook, the ECMA-262 specification. This is the super technical document that defines exactly how JavaScript is supposed to work. Now, you're not going to be reading this for fun. It is super dense, super formal, but when you need the absolute final word on something, this is the ultimate source of truth. Okay, but for your actual day-to-day work, this right here is going to be your best friend, the MDN JavaScript reference from Mozilla. Think of it as the practical, easy-to-read manual filled with great explanations and code examples you can actually use. And here's a little pro tip for you. Don't even bother trying to navigate their website. Just Google MDN followed by whatever you're looking for, like MDN array sort, and boom, you'll get the right page every single time. See, JavaScript is always getting cool new features, which is awesome, but here's the catch. You might use some shiny new thing that works perfectly on your machine, only to find out it completely breaks for half your users because their browser is older. That is where compatibility tables are an absolute lifesaver. Before you use a new feature, just pop over to a site like caniuse.com to see exactly which browsers support your code. So we've covered your workshop and your library. And the whole point of this wasn't to just tell you, use this or use that. It's about giving you the background you need to make your own choice, a smart one. So here's the big takeaway, maybe the most important part of this whole thing. Please don't get trapped in those endless arguments about which tool is the best. The best editor, the best resource is the one that you actually enjoy using, the one that makes you feel productive and happy while you're coding. So experiment, try a few out, find your favorite. I mean, this quote from our source material just says it all, doesn't it? Your choice is personal. It's going to depend on what you're building, your own habits, and just what feels right to you. There's no single right answer for everyone. There's only the right answer for you. And that's it. Your developer starter pack is officially ready to go. You know how to choose your digital workshop, and you've got a library of essential references on standby. So really, the only question left is the most exciting one of all. What are you going to build first?